There is a smell in here that will outlast religion.
G'day Tana Koto Katoa and welcome back to the Quasi channel. And my, oh my, oh my.
Oh my. Oh my.
Another peasant video. What is wrong with me? Clearly I didn't get caught trying to break Fred out of prison, but I was also unsuccessful in doing so. So I am back at it with this booty spanking. A quick search has yielded some nuggets suitable for a good spanking. First up is clearly a Sony pony. Look at that profile pic and name. Even the numbers? An NPC on top. Oh boy.
PS5 is dealing with chip shortages, so they are having problems getting consoles into customers' hands. Even with this, PS5 still has several million more console sales than Xbox S and X combined. I'll let that sink in for you while you drink more of that copium.
Oh, so that's the only reason, eh? The chip shortage. The same chip shortage impacting the Series X, Nvidia, AMD, Intel, and Apple, to name a few. While the PS5 has sold more than the Xbox globally, both systems are still constrained due to scalpers and the shortages. So this whole narrative of, oh, it's the chip shortage, doesn't apply here, as everyone is impacted. Next up to the plate is Tutti Frutti Gaming.
Xbox did it again.
Well, a peasant doing the whole one-up thing of my box is better than your box because the graphics are better on my box. But look at that, they're all dynamic resolution and the PC is sitting there at 4K without dynamic resolutions. But further down this thread though is this thing. This peasant, not the one posting it, though they are one themselves, this peasant sat down and did a fucking spreadsheet telling up who has what on what games, forgetting that this has nothing to do with the console and everything to do with the developers. There is no reason they cannot give people the options to set a resolution and then set the graphic settings like motion blur, bloom, depth of field, and all the rest. Essentially giving people the choice of whether or not they want to sacrifice eye candy to get better frame rates or sacrifice the frame rate for better eye candy. Another pony has lined up for a good kick up the ass.
Hashtag PlayStation be like.
Let me fix that for you. I am seeing this more and more. Ponies implying a game is only going to be for their plastic box, when it isn't. And, well, let's be perfectly honest here, more and more of those games are going to be a little bit more like this. Now, because I like context, here is the tweet. Valve did all of these in a month. Meanwhile, took Nintendo 5 years to bring folders to the Switch. And this tweet fished up this Nintendo.
Who cares? They don't make games anymore, Lamau. Last actual game they made was Alex, and that was 2 years ago, and they only made it to sell toys. Pathetic.
Now, why are they clearly a Nintendo? Well, let's examine that for a second. First, they have a Starman profile picture, and the name is PK Beam Upsilon, a reference to Earthbound from the Super Nintendo, or more accurately, the Mother series. First, they get corrected by someone pointing out that Valve did in fact make Half-Life Alyx fairly recently. Then they get defensive with the mention of the VR headsets being toys. Like, really? Alyx was the mainly needed killer app to show the real capabilities of VR when a game is made from the ground up for it. And yes, they made it to sell VR, and it did exactly that, by the way. VR is not a toy. You would think a fan of a company that started out making playing cards, then became a toy company before making the color TV game in 1977, would know the difference. Seems like they're butthurt that Nintendo's Virtual Boy was a failure, while PlayStation, Microsoft, Oculus, Valve, and the rest are succeeding in VR. Not only that, I would say they're attacking Valve because they're killing it with the Steam Deck and the support they're giving it, while Nintendo drag their heels and do only the minimum for the Switch. Maybe you Nintendoans should demand better from Nintendo.
さんにいてくれるなよ。
Anyway, I have been the Quasi, and I want to thank everyone that watched and gave a thumbs up to the first peasant spanking video. I really appreciate it. It has taken me too long to find that spark to do this stuff again, and all of you found that little spark and kept it glowing. So here's my call to action. If you feel inclined, please share, comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you round like a risol in Nohora.